Right, welcome back to another game hunt video, guys. A little bit different today in what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking around at the various Sports Directs to see how their section of game compares to each store. So I've been to maybe 3 or 4 since the takeover took place, and they all vary. So I just want to have a look and see how they match up. Now, this is the Romford branch of Sports Direct that you see me entering right now. And I'm not a marketing person or anything like that. How am I to criticise people like Mike Ashley? It's made absolute millions. But I can't fathom the positioning of these game shops. Now, this is me walking in from the entrance to get to the game section. Now, admittedly, I actually know where I'm going, but if you don't and you wanted to pop in here for a game, you know, you want someone to see it straight away. For me, it should be pretty much as you go in the shop. I mean, look, 50 seconds, and that's me knowing where I'm going just to get to the section. If you walk into it, you should see it there straight away. It's not the biggest section ever, and the upstairs is filled with clothes anyway, so why not put them all together? So, having a look here at the Romford branch. So the last one I was in was the East Ham branch, and it was terrible. This one has got significantly more stock. And the reason I think it's got more stock is because it's essentially the stock from the Romford branch has been carried over, obviously, into this one because it was close by before it closed up. But also, admittedly, as well, there is a lot more obscure releases like this one. I was very tempted to pick this one up today, and I will eventually, but I did pass on it today. Puzzle Bobble for the Switch, which happens to be a game exclusive. So if you compare this to the East Ham branch that I was in recently, it's you know, miles apart. Look at the stock they've got here. And that Lego game, it seems to be going down everywhere. Quite tempted to buy it, but I'm not sure what platform to get it on. That Lego racing game. And to be honest with you, quite a good selection of Switch games, and not a bad selection of headphones, joypads, that kind of thing for the Switch. Admittedly, the East Ham branch had quite a bit of this stuff as well, but it's nice to have it there as well. So now we move on to the 2 for 20 section, and you've got to be careful because look at the bottom right hand corner, it's all download code only. So be careful, guys, when you're out shopping for these cheap games. Sometimes it can be too good to be true. So Sonic Superstars now, £33. I think that's a very reasonable price for a recently released game, and a good one. Here we've got a section highlighting all of the pre-orders and games that are forthcoming, and I have to say I am very intrigued by not only the Princess Peach game there, but Tekken 8 as well. The Mario vs Donkey Kong game, I can live without it. I wouldn't mind playing it because the first game on the DS, or is it the Game Boy Advance, really good game. But yeah, let's see about that one. Let's see the price point. So one of the major pluses for this branch is they're still in possession of the game 3 for 2 deal. And they've got an absolute shed load of PS4 games and Xbox One games that you can choose from in order to make these deals up. And as many YouTubers will tell you, collectors, sure, it looks like there's a lot of fodder on offer here, but you can, if you get the right combination, you can walk away with some absolute bargains and some great combinations of games. I wasn't really in the market today for any PS4 games, I'm not buying really for that system as much as I used to, so it wasn't to be there. But most definitely, if that's what you're collecting for at the moment, you will find good deals if you find a game that specializes or has this offer in stock. Some nice joypads there, and then on to the PS5 section. I've never seen this Transformers game. Anyone got any opinions on it or anything? Never seen it. And this Teacher, I've never seen this as well, £20. So there was a few games today that I was quite pleasantly surprised to see that I personally haven't seen. You've got the Quarry there, you can get that for like £8 on the Xbox One though in CEX, and for me that's a must buy at that price. No idea what that game is there, but it's £10. And Robocop, £40. Still a little bit too much for myself to be paying. And strangely here, the last one I went to for Resident Evil 4, which was the East End branch, that was a $59.99. It's £37 here, or $35. What's going on? Has it recently had a price drop, or is it, I don't know. Game isn't the most organised of franchises. It hasn't been for a long while. Another game here I've never seen before, Dark Hue. I think that's how it's pronounced. And look, PS5, that Lego racing game, $13.98. I didn't pick it up today, but I think I will go back at some point in the next week and pick that one up. I think I wouldn't mind playing that on the PS5. Don't have a great deal of games on the PS5, so that'd be nice to add to the collection. Now, I love that Turtles lamp there. I really like it, but I think it was like £25, £30, and I'm not going to buy it for that sort of money. Now, one thing Game does really well is they put the Xbox controllers on sale quite often. The wireless ones. I'm not too interested in the wired ones, in all honesty, because they're quite highly priced for a wired control pad. Unfortunately, there was no sale today. Now, they have a PSVR 2 section here, which is looking rather sad and lonely, with all of about 8 titles there, and look at the price of this thing. Would you consider the new VR for the PlayStation a flop? I don't know anyone that's got it. I don't see anyone like screaming from the rooftops about it. So as we move on to the Xbox section, again, similar to the PlayStation 4, we've got, you know, most of the titles here, which again is nice to see. But I do think, like I say, I believe it's a stock transfer from the Romford branch. Now, Dead Space there, £27, the remake, that definitely piqued my interest. I'm looking at that game as I've just recently purchased the trilogy for PS3. It's a franchise I never really got into, so hopefully I'll enjoy it while playing it on the PS3, and I might jump into the remake. And similar to the PlayStation 4, we have a huge selection of 3-for-2 games within the Xbox One section. Now, obviously, these games will play on your Xbox One, your Xbox Series X, and whatever series. You know, look, there's a copy for £25, just under. Yeah, so these will play on anything over the 360 and above. So you'll get some great deals there. And a couple of nice bits here. You've got an Evercade EXP. Got the Super Pocket there, which is nice to see. A couple of arcade machines, a little bit overpriced for me. I do like the nostalgia vibes, but I wouldn't pay for it. Not that price anyway. Got the Backbones, which generally are on sale these days. And then you've got the Nitro deck, of which I recently purchased or was gifted at Christmas. And I think it's an absolute steal. So as we move on to one of the final sections, we're looking at some Lego games on the Switch. And again, be careful when looking, because although the price looks really good, it's the download code. Now, Demon Throttle, absolutely great game at $12.99. You'd be a fool to pass up on that one. It's a game exclusive and I've been playing it recently and it's great. If you like the 8-bit, the modern retro sort of stuff, yeah, definitely pick that one up. It's a very mixed bag today. There's some good prices and a lot of stuff, but you know, some of the stuff was overpriced as well, and I feel that's where Game is going wrong within their business model. Hey, I'm not Alan Sugar, but I know where I want to spend my pennies when I walk into a shop. So guys, what do you think of the Romford branch? Is it better than the branch that is local to you? Is it worse than the branch that's local to you? How do you think Game has transferred since it's gone over to Sports Direct? You know, I think personally the Romford one is sustainable, but they've got to put it in a place where you can see it. Otherwise people will ignore this shop. It's always quiet when I go in there, unfortunately. Guys, thanks for watching. Take care. See you on the next one.